We are back already nearly halfway through the year, guys, and we are giving you today our French Open predictions for 2021.
I know, can you believe it? Halfway through the year and already the second Grand Slam is upon us. So let's get into our predictions.
Jaya, we're going to start with you. Men's prediction. Hit us.
I mean, this won't come as a surprise for many, but I'm going for the man himself, Rafael Nadal, someone who has only ever lost 2 matches at the French Open. So a strong favourite, as always, leading into the tournament.
Yeah, Jaya, I think you're going with most people's favourite. I mean, he's odds on at the bookie. So I think you are picking a player who not many could really doubt that prediction. Not many could question it. And like you say, he's been around for so many years, still dominating the men's game with obviously Djokovic and Federer, but he is the king of clay. So I think you've picked a great player there. Have you got any stats for us, Jaya, on Nadal today?
Yeah, I mean, Sam, talking about clay, I think his game is one of the best suited to this surface. I mean, we look at his topspin heavy forehands and backhands, and this just really helps him to maneuver his opponents around the court, create the space, and then even comes in and finishes at the net pretty nicely too. He's someone who's also very good under pressure. We see so many players crumble under pressure, but this is someone who time and time again can just get that first serve in and get rid of that break point and then actually go on it and win the game. So someone who's great under pressure, and that's going to help him a lot at the French Open for sure.
Absolutely. Jai, we mentioned these young players. We've obviously spoken about this in recent videos this year on Tyson's tennis tips. And these youngsters, can you see any of them causing Nadal trouble, or do you think he's just going to be too good on clay?
Well, I have to be fair. I think these youngsters are paving a good path for themselves. They are coming up the ranks. I think in a best of 3 set match, it's a different story. I think they would have more chances. Only being because I think Nadal's fitness over a 5 set match is too good for these youngsters. I don't think they've got the physical attributes they need to then time and time again just nail Nadal from the baseline over a 5 set match. I don't think they can do that yet. So best of 3, maybe it's different, but best of 5, I still feel like they have no chance whatsoever.
Well, I am going to be questioning you on that because coming up in today's video, my men's prediction for the French Open. Stay with us.
So, Sam, convince me one of these young next-gen players are going to take the crown off Nadal and win the French Open. Who's it going to be?
2 words, Stefanos Tsitsipas. He was my player to watch in one of our past videos from this year on Tyson's tennis tips. So don't forget to check that video out on our channel. And he's had a stellar 2021, Jaya.
I mean, what have his past results been looking like this year? I mean, is he in good form at the moment?
So, Jaya, he was the runner-up at the Barcelona Open last month, and he won at the Monte Carlo. Both of those tournaments were on a clay court. So we can see how much better he is getting. And I do think he can push your player prediction, Rafael Nadal, all the way in Paris.
Yeah, I'll give you that, Sam. He has been playing well on the clay. I mean, what would you say is making him such a good player on the clay? You said you got to the later stage of these clay court tournaments. I mean, what is it about his game that's so good?
I think we go back to his movement. His versatility is just fantastic. He moves really, really well. So his footwork is perfect. He's a tall guy. You know, we mustn't forget that. Tsitsipas, he's got a lot of height, tall tennis player. But I just think he moves really, really well. And he's got that experience. He's starting to reach the latter stages of these big tournaments more regularly. And I think he's got that experience, that know-how to win the big matches at the latter stages of Grand Slams. It's not going to be easy. I'm not going to deny that. I think it's quite a big, bold prediction when you've got, we keep mentioning the same player, Nadal. He's going to be very tough to beat. But if anyone's going to do it, I think Tsitsipas is your man. Our women's predictions are coming up here on Tyson's Tennis Tips, and we are going to be telling you why these predictions have got every chance of winning due to their ability to play on a clay court. Stay with us. For everyone watching our video today, we have noticed that a lot of you aren't subscribed to Tyson's Tennis Tips. To find out all of our latest videos coming out and get those notifications, make sure you subscribe to Tyson's Tennis Tips. Jaya, women's prediction. Who are you going for?
Sam, have you ever heard of Pliskova?
I haven't. Tell us more.
She recently got to the final of Rome, which is a very big tournament on the women's side. So I think this is going to give her a lot of confidence going into the French Open.
So, Jai, what makes her so suitable to be an all-round great clay court player?
Well, I think you're looking at the first serve and first hit after the return on Pliskova's side. I mean, she's a tall player, over 6 foot. So once she gets that first serve in, she can do a lot of damage from the baseline, likes to maneuver opponents around with the power that she gets off her forehands and backhands. And if she's feeling confident, then there's not many people in the world that can actually beat her on a good day.
It's got an interesting feel about it, I feel, because I just feel like with the men's side, you've got Nadal, who we know is, odds-on favourite. The odds on him to win, by the way, are quite incredible, really. You say odds on with all those players out there. But the women's side's got a bit of a different feel about it. I feel like there could be more potential winners on that side. And I think you've gone for a good player there. Like you say, height does play a part, especially on the women's side in terms of getting more power. Jaya, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I totally agree, Sam. I think there is, there's more chances on the women's side. So I'm interested to see, who are you going for on the women's side? Who have you got down?
So I backed her at the Australian Open. I am backing her again. I'm going for Garbine Muguruza from Spain.
He's done it again. Why do you think she's going to win this time then?
Well, she's had a fantastic 2021 so far with her results. Just say from that Australian Open, she's gone from strength to strength. Okay, so some of her stats, some of her results have been absolutely brilliant. She won in Dubai. She got to the final in Qatar as well back in March. So I say she is someone who is hitting some form, and I feel like at the right time. She's also, Jaya, done it before at the French Open.
Really? So what is her record at the French Open then?
She won the French Open in 2016. So she's got that know-how. She knows exactly what to do at the business end of that tournament. She's played there 8 times before as well. So she is someone who I do feel has got every chance to go all the way in Paris next week. And as I say, I think she will be a real favourite. I think she's down as 3rd favourite at the bookies. But I say for me, I'm putting her as number 1. She is my player to win outright on the women's side, the French Open 2021.
I think, Sam, what you're saying is very true. I think a lot of what's going on what's going to happen at the French Open comes down to past performances this year. You need that confidence going into a big tournament like the French Open, like with all the players that we're predicting. So yeah, for sure it's going to be interesting, and can't wait for it to all start.
Just before we finish on Muguruza, one thing I want to say in regards to why I think she's going to be so effective on the clay is her topspin. We talk about it with Nadal on the men's side, and Muguruza has got lovely natural topspin on both sides, especially on her forehand side. That topspin on clay means the ball's going to kick up quite a bit. It's going to push the opponents back, whoever she's playing against, put them on the back foot. She can then come in and start dictating play. So I feel like with Muguruza, because of her topspin that she plays, again, her movement is brilliant. Clay court, we know it's a slower court. We know players need that experience. They need that energy to last across on the women's side, obviously 3 sets. But I do feel like that trait in her game, that aspect, will give her the edge. And as I say, she is one to watch at the French Open this year. So there we go then, our predictions for the French Open. So guys, the tournament, which has been delayed by a week, starts on the 30th of May. That's a Sunday, and it runs straight through until Sunday, the 13th of June. Everyone can watch it. We're really excited, Jar, aren't we, for this tournament to begin?
I cannot wait, Sam. I'm definitely going to be getting the popcorn out and just spending the afternoon on the sofa and just absorbing what's going to be some brilliant tennis, and definitely check those predictions out when you start watching.
We'd love to hear from you as well. So please leave your comments below. Let us know, who do you think is going to win the French Open this year on both the men's side and the women's side. And whilst you're at that, don't forget to check out our past videos as well. We've done more videos like this where we've gone for our players to watch for 2021. And obviously we predicted back in January our predictions for the Australian Open. So have a little look back at that. Let us know what you thought on our predictions, and we will see you again soon. We're back on court. Our double series has not stopped. It has only just begun. So, Jaya, Bye.